Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. I thought I'd use the opportunity to record myself while there's still sunlight and to affirm my status as an actual living being. Today's question comes from Robert Wakespeck. Hi Robert, he often comments on my videos. If there were no Catholic church in the area, would a Catholic be allowed to receive communion in an Orthodox church? I will shorten this question to can a Catholic receive communion in an Orthodox church? And the answer to this is no. And if your reply is, but what if the answer is no? And there is absolutely no condition upon which a Catholic is allowed to receive the Eucharist in an Orthodox church. The sole sacrament that the Catholics are allowed to receive in an Orthodox church while remaining Catholic is the sacrament or the holy mystery of marriage to an Orthodox person. And even there are some, there's very important fine print even in that case. The thing is, in order to receive the Eucharist in the Orthodox Church, you need to have two things. First of all, you have to have proper faith, and second of all, you need to have, how should I put this, proper disposition. Your soul needs to be set in place. You need to be actually a practicing Christian. You need to practice prayer, fasting, and so on. I don't want to go into the specifics of Eucharistic discipline in an Orthodox Church, and that second part a Catholic might as well do. However, as regards to faith, that is where things sort of starts to fall apart, because Catholic Church does have teachings that the Orthodox Church does consider heretical, and while Catholics some Catholics might be of the opinion that these teachings aren't so important. If that is really true, if you guys truly think that these things are not really that important, well, as the Orthodox Church, we welcome your public renunciation of filioque, papal supremacy, papal infallibility, and all of those things. I know that the schism is tragic. I don't see it ending without individual conversions, but that is how things are. Why are the Orthodox so strict about this close communion? Because communion isn't a tool. It cannot be means to an end to ending the schism and us restoring the unity. I shall also remind you that it was actually Catholics who have triggered the Great Schism in the 11th century when Pope, what was his name, I forgot, excommunicated the Patriarch of Constantinople, and things were going from bad to worse since then. And Catholics have backpedaled a little bit as regards to insisting that the Easterners, for example, accept purgatory or confess filioque in the creed, but they are still very much expect us to accept papal supremacy, which I doubt that any Orthodox would do. I think that would probably that would be the crux of the issue. It is very, sad if a Catholic cannot take communion. Again, communion isn't a product. It isn't a tool. It isn't. I dislike that, so to speak, capitalismization of communion in American Orthodox churches, where, for example, you might dislike this or that bishop and you simply, switch jurisdictions, especially among the laity. I don't think that it is something that should be done, but that's a whole other issue. There's no deathbed, there's no danger of dying that would allow a Catholic to accept a sacrament from an Orthodox priest. There needs to be conversion. There might have been cases of people taking Catholic people taking communion in an Orthodox church. I would ask you politely and very strictly not to do that. because you don't want to pile condemnation upon yourself, because even if you believe that the Orthodox communion is valid, and you probably do as a Catholic, this is still a major breach of Orthodox canon law, of Orthodox teaching, of Orthodox ecclesiology, and you're really putting the priest who's administering the Most Holy Eucharist in a bad place. It isn't something that should be done, and I know individual cases of Catholics taking communion, but these were generally very large liturgies, and where it was practically impossible to know if an individual is actually Catholic. So that's a long answer to this question. Again, I do hope that the church unity is restored. I pray for it. But taking communion in this way and hoping that that unity will be somehow magically restored is, in my opinion, simply delusional. I know that this was a tad longer video than the question had warranted, but I also realized that there will be a number of sub questions to the initial question. Also, M and I, that is Miloš and I, my friend with whom I have a small podcast called Church Mouse Chronicles, we have started a new series called The Council of Saints, where we will cover, initially, we will cover lesser known Serbian saints that you guys probably aren't even aware of, because there's so much material that that was never actually translated into English. The tone of that series isn't like the Reliquary. While the Reliquary is showcasing a saint's life, it's done with humor. This is done seriously and with more historic background to actual occurrences. So there's both. So whichever you prefer. We will generally try to avoid covering the same saints we have done in both episodes. But then again, why not cover them from different angles? I hope. Again, I apologize if this offends some of my Catholic viewers. This doesn't come from a place of hate and so on. But we need to be honest about what our respective churches teach. And Catholic Church still teaches that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son, and that he proceeds from the both simultaneously. So he does not proceed through the Son, as some modern theologians might like to muddle the waters. No, the Catechism of the Catholic Church is very explicit in the fact that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the both eternally and simultaneously. This is simply unacceptable for us Orthodox, and it would ban you from communion. And if you personally, as a Catholic, do not believe this, it still bars you from communion because you're not a full-fledged member of the Orthodox Church. So this is only coming from the place of love and speaking truth. And yes, our churches have different opinions on who can be admitted to communion, but again, please respect our own rules, which are very strict. Bye. I wish you all Merry Christmas. To my Western audiences, and I hope to wish a very Merry Christmas to the Serbs and a lot of my Eastern audience very soon, and a Happy New Year. Bye guys, and hope to see and talk with you.